Dino, what are your advice for
my God.
people on people who want to hire people from overseas, especially from Pakistan? What is it that they should look for in them, and what is it that they need to learn in order to hire people overseas? Because it's a bi-directional dialogue.
Again, when you outsource, the key benefit is cost savings. So the first thing you need to understand is what is the budget that you're working with before you go and outsource. Because at the end of the day, if you try to outsource every aspect of your business, you sort of lose control of that project. So there are pieces that you need to allocate to offshore development teams. And those individuals that work offshore, like any construction project, if you think about building a house, there's foundations that you need to put into place. Project management skills are key. The tools that you use to communicate, the hours, the difference in the hours. So you have to make a lot of adjustments to work with offshore, especially in Pakistan. But once you develop that skill, the cost savings are dramatic. I mean, they're almost 10% of what you would have to pay here in the U.S. for the same skill set. Granted, you don't have to go through the language barriers here that you would in the U.S., so there are some benefits to hiring local here in the U.S., but when you need large-scale teams, different diverse types of skill sets, whether it's VoIP engineers, database engineers, graphic artists, those headcounts start to add up here. So the best thing to do is to take those projects, find a team you can trust, establish a project management process that can control tasking, so your hours don't go through. You could burn through a lot of hours if you don't project manage. So that's one of the key things, is to manage hours.
How does one do that?
I would say the cheap way to do it is using applications like Skype, Google Drive, changing your schedules around so that you can work with those teams. They'll have to change their schedule around, so they're working at night for the most part. So those evening hours, they'll have to develop habits to make sure that they work through that process.